So the Lincoln cent, the cent in general, no more. And for the last 6 months, we've been talking about this, and I don't think it's going away anytime soon. However, the flow of activity is changing. Originally, it was the memorials, the shields, and we got to jump into now. It's still very important, don't get me wrong. And then we had the big rush of, well, the first ever small cent. That was the Flying Eagles of 1857 and 1858. And for the last 30 days, we can't keep in stock. One of the big requests are, I should say, did you get your Indians back in? Are your Indian inventories updated? Well, the answer is, over the last 2 months, we have. They're finally ready to go. And that means we get to have some fun tonight talking about the last 20 years of that beautiful Indian head cent. So the Indian, I think, is something that all of us that have looked at or collected cents over the years clamor to always. We love the Lincoln, the first presidential coin in U.S. history for circulation, the old yada, yada, yada concept, right? And there's 3 different designs, the Wheaties, the Memorials, the Shields. But the Wild West story, right, ties right into this coin. And it's nicknamed the Indian head cent, even though the formal name is Lady Liberty with a head bonnet, right? An Indian bonnet. So, or at least that's what they call it. But the name got quickly into the public as the Indian head cent, and that's kind of where it's been for the last 100+ years. So the uniqueness is that we had the large cent. It was the size of a Kennedy $50, actually, and that was from 1793 all the way to 1857. And then in 1857, we introduced the idea of a smaller cent, the size of our current cent, these cents as well, in copper, because that's what a 1 cent piece is today. This small versus that big. 75 years later, things change. However, the Flying Eagle design only lasted 2 years. It lasted for 1857 and 1858. And then, boom, the Indian head cent was relaunched and goes down in history. The one thing about this series that most people don't know is it wasn't until 1908, give or take 120 odd years ago, right? They didn't strike any copper coins anywhere but Philadelphia. Yeah. So the collection of Indians is pretty much all Philadelphia struck coins. This collection you're looking at tonight is all Philadelphia struck coins. Because that's all they made for 18 of the 20 years here. And those 2 S-mints are, well, the 08 and the 09, very special. Actually, we have them on our website. Don't miss out because they are a lot of fun. But it comes down to finding quality, right? It's that homogeneous look and feel. We've all seen the horribly black, darker colored coin, because copper, over time, based upon the moisture in the air, etc., tones way down. Then it's finding, can you read the actual dates? Can you see the image? Can you read the writing? Is it green? Is it not green? Is it looking like a brand new coin? And they should not, because they're 100+ years old, etc. So we spend a lot of time and effort. The idea of buying a bag of Indians, which 30 years ago was part of the process. You buy the bag and you sort it out. Now you can't even sort it out. There's not enough quality coins in open bags of Indians anymore, unless they're quote unquote fresh original, which we all love to find those, right? So it's coin by coin, group by group, and there's a number of people around the country that we talk to and work with to make sure our sets and our quality is consistent. It's just we don't find as many as we used to. Now, where I'm going with this is, well, with the Lincoln going away, the logical progression is now we're going to the Indians. We love the Indians. They're affordable. They're old. Great story. And, well, I just can't find them. Well, here at AVC, we spend a lot of time and attention on the collector coins, these being one of them. So tonight, for the first time in a long time, the last 20 years is back. They're all individually encapsulated, as you see. They're assembled in this beautiful box for you, but you can do what you want based upon how your collection works. We did find one of our competitors that has all of the coins from the 1890s. That would be 1890 to 1899, those 10 coins. They're at $185. Now, the coins from the 1900s, uniquely enough, are actually rarer than the 1890s. Can't explain it, but the answer is when you're out there looking, I find more 1890s than I find early 1900s. They were a little over 200. Literally, they're over 400 on a coin-by-coin basis for average circulated coins. And again, they're all Philadelphia. There's only one coin, so it's not like they're talking branch mints, you're talking Philly. They're all Phillies. Look at our price tonight. We are able to honor that price we brought out earlier this year, which is $99.95, which divided by 20 means where are we per coin? Yeah, how special is that? How special is that? Do we have them available individually? Some of them we do. You want to check us out at avccoins.com. Of the 51 years, again, 1859 all the way through 1909, 51 actual years, and the two S-mints, the 08 and the 09, the 53 coins. Now you got to go to the 1964 thin and thick, copper and bronze, and there's some other varieties. Of all those coins, we probably have 3/4 of them available online. Yes, coin by coin. So if you've bought a roll in the past and you're trying to fill in some blanks, we can help you out. At least I hope we can. And if we can't, just give one of our operators your phone number. I'll have one of my scouts get back with you. We're always hunting this stuff down. We want to make you happy. Guys, give me a 30-second clock, please. Sorry, blew past that stop sign. Well, what I mean by that is they're always giving me a notice on one of my screens in front of me, telling me to clock this down. And it's always a clock down based upon the quantity we have available and the number of people buying at any given time. And we're not afraid to go out with lower price points, unlike a lot of the other shopping networks. So when I blow past a stop sign, it just means they're telling me we're not going to last. Gotta go. And I'm supposed to listen to them. So I do. Tonight, everybody, how about it? Again, who doesn't love the Indian Head Scent series? And tonight, the Wild West theme is alive. All 20 of them for only $99.95 while they last.